I mean, but then again,
I think there are people that are racist that are voting for Biden for sure, because
there's just so many.
Yeah.
We just can't narrow it down.
But one party doesn't get to have them all, you guys.
That's right, damn it.
I just don't understand how you can vote for Trump and just say you're not racist. Like, I'm not racist, but I like whatever about him. Like, I don't know where that line is, that you're okay with some stuff he does. Mm-hmm. And you're not a racist.
Mm-hmm. Right. I agree. But, so he would not denounce white supremacy.
No, he would not.
Right. He said the Proud Boys. Now, I have to tell you my favorite thing about the Proud Boys hashtag. Did you see all the gay men?
The gay boys.
Hashtag? And they all posted pictures of themselves like hugging and kissing and hashtag Proud Boys. And it like completely blew up and smothered their little hashtag. That was the greatest.
That was my favorite thing about last week. And I had zero things I liked about last week, and that was the one thing I made me like actually smile and come out of my grumpy funk.
Yeah, that was fabulous. But my daughter, when Obama was running, she, me and Dan were watching the convention. The convention, Democratic, and she comes in the room and she's like, "Oh, what are you watching?" And this was like, "Alexa, what are you?" Because we grew up very Democratic in our family, and I wanted her to. She was only 13. What are you? She gave me a look like she was so confused, and she's like, "A virgin."
Shut up.
I said, I really have failed as a mother. She does, right? So now. That was many years ago. So 2 weeks ago, she calls. I'm at work. She goes, "Mom, I'm filling out my voter registration." She goes, "What am I?" I go, "Honey, remember, you're a virgin."
Yeah. Still a virgin. You stick with that, honey.
You're still a virgin.
Which makes you a Republican because you're lying about it. Yeah. And pretending still, so
Sam, shame on me. 26 years old, called me last week to say, "What am I registering as?" And I said, "Honey, Sam," I wanted to test her. I go, "What do you think you are? Let's think about this. Let's look at your three options: Republican, Independent, or Democrat. What do you think I am?" She goes, "The one that's not for Trump." I am like, "Honey, you're Democratic." She goes, "Well, I was going to check Independent." And then I'm like, "But then you can't vote in the primaries." She goes, "What's that?" I go, "Just check the box."
Just check the box. This year, we can't waste anything. We have time to school her later, Cindy.
I know.
Right now, tell her, check the blue box.
Oh, Sam, have I failed?
Well, at least we figured out who the 4% is.
That's one of them.
We know one. Okay. We got one.
It's Alexa, friends.
I mean, what must it be like to be 26 and not know what a Democrat or Republican is? I guess you got to love her for that.
Yeah.
She does. Obviously, there's politics in the news. Nothing is,
I know what I am. I'm still confused lately. Like, holy crap. Like, a Canadian connection, Jen. I just need you to weigh in, like, how are you feeling about your downstairs neighbors right now?
We're moving. You guys moving here? We're moving out of the apartment and we're leaving. We're going to the country house in the city, by the lake. I think what amazes me most, and like besides you guys, I have a lot of friends in the States and stuff, and they're sure he's gonna win. Like, they're not voting for him, but they are 100% sure he's gonna win.
I thought that until a couple days ago. Now I think the polls are pretty close to. They got him losing by a lot right now. That's why I think he's having a complete meltdown.
But isn't that what happened last time? They had him losing by a lot and nobody showed up to vote because they assumed there's no way Muffin's getting in.
Yeah, but right. I think now is a whole different. We got to take so what do we need to do, Sam? We got to take Florida, right?
Yeah.
I was actually reading on Reddit.
Florida, Arizona.
That a guy from Texas, or there was a bunch of people from Texas commenting, and they really think Texas might flip this election. They said it's gotten super, super liberal, and they might vote Biden.
Well, here's the
thing.
I
think that's one of the big states for Trump, right? Is Texas.
Yeah. Well, Bloomberg is paying. He donated $16 million to Florida to pay off all the felonies.
I saw that.
Tickets, so they can vote. Charges so that they can vote. And some of them are as simple as $100. You know what I mean? They're not like, they're just very, so they expect 50,000 felons to be able to vote that were not going to be able to.
And that's fantastic. I don't understand how anybody thinks it's okay when felons can't vote. When you have paid your debt to society that we agree is your debt, I don't understand why you lose your citizenship. And that's one of the main things that we have as citizens is our right to vote. And I have never understood how one equals the other.
Well, a felon can't go see Jen from the United States. You can't cross the border with a felony.
And that makes that that makes a bit of sense. I
know with DWI they won't let you cross either.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean there's a problem sometimes going into the States from here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because funny story. So remember the last company I used to work for, we all got like a trip to the Caribbean every year?
Yeah.
So one of the guys, the owners all went down like a couple days before us and their 2 teenage sons were coming. So one of the managers, he flew down with the 2 boys, like was in charge of getting them to this resort. We get on the plane and Nick's like, I have a DWI. I don't know if they're going to let me through customs.
Oh no.
Dude, you're in charge of like 2 12-year-olds in the Caribbean. Like, what are you doing? You couldn't hand this off to somebody else. Luckily he got through, but I guess he's had friends that have them too that showed up at the border and they're like, yeah, no, you're not getting over.
My word.
Gosh.
Crazy.
So, all right. So that's something.
Guess so. Yeah, I think that needs to be overturned. I really want that to be something Democrats still work on. Because I thought there was no taxation without representation. You still have to pay taxes, but you're not represented if you can't vote. And that was one of the founding parts of our country. And that's not how it was ever supposed to be.
Right. So that means, so I don't know. I mean,
I will be watching along with all of you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in New York, so we're going to be blue no matter, you know what I mean? No matter what. California, New York, I mean. But I was thinking, Sam, the other day, I was like, if it goes by the popular vote, I would imagine the popular vote, Biden is going to
100%.
Hillary won by 3.5 million in the popular vote, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So just imagine.
Now in my state,
but that doesn't mean anything.
Right? No, it means nothing because of the Electoral College, which is a bunch of bullshit.
It needs abolished now. It's not done well. No. Now here's one interesting thing with politics is living in Kansas, of course, red state. I feel it will 100% probably go Trump with the federal election. But we have a race going on right now where we could send the first Democrat to the Senate since the 1930s. A woman named Barbara Bollier, and she has a real shot. So Kansas could flip blue for the Senate for the first time in my entire lifetime, this race.
Wow.
You are so smart, Sam.
She is.
What's that?
You're really smart.
I've just been pulling for this chick for a while.
Something or I'm shocked or something, but every time you start talking about this stuff, I'm like, God, this girl is so smart.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't actually know jack about most of this, but
then I
do know.
I don't know jack.
We went blue for the House in 2018, And we could go blue in the Senate for the first time in my whole life since the 30s. It's been almost 100 years since we've had a Democratic senator.
So, Sam, have you always been your family been Democratic?
Yeah, my mom always was a Democrat.
Oh, okay.
Now, I was a registered Republican for several years because our GOP was just getting so strong. Democrats never won. And since, you know, being the person that I am, I try to get, I don't like church-state separation issues. That's one of my big causes. I don't like influencing my laws with your religion, and I've got a few really held beliefs for that. So I had registered as a Republican so that I could vote in Republican primaries and to try to get some of the really garbage people we've had running the state the past 10 years to not go through. That did not work. And I finally was smart enough to realize, like, no, I just need to be trying to push better Democrats through. So I did re-register as a Democrat because my other plan didn't work. Where I'm from, I've never voted a straight ticket before because sometimes there's not a Democrat to vote for.
Wow.
And I got to pick the best Republican I can. And that's usually falling on the local level, of course.
Right. I've definitely crossed party lines on the local level for sure.
Yeah. And sometimes I like the Republican, truly,
absolutely.
Democrat, because a lot of times the politics don't really come up. Yeah. You know, when you're a city manager, it usually doesn't matter. Right. If you're a county commissioner, a lot of times it doesn't matter. And I have actually liked some Republicans. It's not, you know, that I've never liked a Republican or ever been on board with a Republican. But this year I was like, no, I'm going to try to get some decent people through for sure into the, you know, through the primaries. And I'm pulling for Barbara Bollier so bad. She's great. She's formally a Republican, but she's always been pretty moderate. So she's got a lot of backing from Republicans, and we could actually do it. So
yeah. So let's
keep your eye on Kansas this year.
All right, let's talk about last night's debate, Sam.
I guess there was a fly on someone's head.
Yeah, the fly.
I didn't read 80 articles about that today or anything.
Yeah, there was a lot of, a fly landed on Mike Pence's head.
Apparently it has its own Twitter account now. And
so
it's
bizarre.
To be the #1 Halloween costume of 2020. So.
Oh! That's true. So yeah, everyone's going to be dressed. Oh my God, dressed up as the
fly on the head.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. I you know, she did. I thought Kamala did a great job. I thought you know, Mike Pence was everything I thought he would be. Doesn't like women. You know, the two of them, he talked right over them. He paid no attention to anything they said. He's just, you know, and how creepy that he calls his wife mother.
I can't with that. I truly can't.
For real?
Yes.
I mean, I know like his religion that is, I don't know if he still is or was, but they believed in conversion therapy.
100%. Yes.
Insane.
They are still evangelical. Yes.
And that's what he is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I saw him say that when he talked about Trump being all better a couple of days ago from COVID, he thanked all the prayers everybody did, and that's surely what cured him.
I thought Christians had a thou shall not lie type of thing going on, but this guy has no problem.
No, not one bit. So it's just, that whole thing was just very bizarre. And then today, Trump came out and said that Kamala is a monster, more than once.
Monster. Mm-hmm.
And a commie, called her communist. Yeah. Which, you know what, that's okay. But a monster more than once. And I guess, Jen, can you believe like he gets away with this?
No. Honestly, if I try to put it into like stuff happens here, like, I don't know if you remember when Justin Trudeau hit the woman in Senate.
No.
Yeah.
He walked past her and he bumped into her. And literally that was our huge news for the week, is Justin Trudeau is beating up women in the Senate. And like literally he walked past her and like bumped her.
Oh, it was a mistake.
That was all that happened.
Like, he would never.
Oh, yeah. It was 100% was not. And then I look at you guys and I'm just like,